Hello everybody and welcome to Kels Poultry Farm. This is a learning channel where we're going to learn how to keep chicken from 1 day old. We will start by looking at what we need to start a chicken farm. To start a chicken farm, the first thing you need is a house. And so we started by building our house. Our house is made of timber, corrugated iron, and the wires, and a bit of stones for the foundation and the lower floor. Our house is made, the floor here is the second floor, and it's made of wood. This timber or wood has been harvested from our own trees. This was done so that we can have a bit of economical building. And on top there you see a little floor there, which we have built because we intended to use some automatic feeders, and so one would stand there and drop the food to the chicken. And so you see that we have our wooden floor, and on the side we have our layer boxes already. These layer boxes will be emptied from the outside. As you can see, there are very many holes on the floor. But we're going to cover all this with plywood, and then after that we're going to use sawdust. One must be wondering why we don't use cement. But using cement would be very, very difficult because it's going to have a lot of weight. And as we intend, or rather we have built our house with wood, the wood would not really be able to withstand the weight of the cement. At the same time, when we put plywood and then we're going to put a very big layer of sawdust, which is quite light, no water or anything will reach the floor, and therefore it will not get rotten. When you use cement also is that the chicken are going to actually just bathe and start pecking on the cement, and that cement will all come out, which means the holes will come back. So the best thing is to have plywood and then to put a bit of a bigger layer of the sawdust. So this is a very beautiful chicken house, and it's going to take about 2 to 2,500 1-day-old chicks, or rather chicken layers. We intend to keep layers, commercial layers. And so we built this house, and we have been very lucky that we were able to have our own wood so that we can build it. And after building the house, we were able to go ahead and book our chicken. And so as you can see, we have also the roosters going upwards. We have the windows, and outside is very open. There is no building near our chicken house. This is very, very important for ventilation because we intend to have a deep litter system. A deep litter system is where you just turn your manure and keep on adding the sawdust for 2 to 3 months. And as far as you keep the aeration very well and no water on the floor, then there will be no smell in your house. So this is what we intend to do. If you're wondering how we built this house, we actually just sat down and thought of a plan and decided to start building. And the carpenter was very smart, and he built it exactly the way I explained it to him. And it came out very beautiful. So this is the second floor of our house that we are looking at. And it's made with wood. And we built it first before we even thought of ordering the chicken. And so it's very important that you build a house before you bring in your chicken. It's important to know that you should spend as little money as possible when you're building your house. This is because chicken do not know the beauty of a house. All they know is that it is dry and there is ventilation and it is secure. So those are the 3 things that you have to think of: security, ventilation, and dryness. So that means you have to put a roof and no holes on it. No rain should come through it. It means you have to put very big windows. That means you have to use the wire mesh and the wire. And the reason you use the both wire mesh and wire is for security, so that birds and small animals don't come in to eat your chicken, because that's what will happen. And so this is how our chicken house looks like. These are the layer boxes that are made of wood. And this is a beautiful staircase that's all made of wood. And I think it looks very epic to have everything just made of wood. It just looks so natural and very, very epic. I love it. And so here is our chicken house. And of course, this is the space that we have that we're going to build more structures. And on the side, we have the remains of whatever was left after we built our house. And these usually are very nice because you can use them to build some drawers or something to put your drinkers or for anything. And these are the poles that we used to build the house. So these poles, we got them from our farm and we had to treat them. And here we have a beautiful pumpkin. I hope it will still be there when my chicken come so that we can feed them with those pumpkin leaves. And here we have the door, which is on the upper side, and we're going into the lower side or the lower floor of the house. And since our house is on a slope, we have the higher slope, and then you go down to the second part, which is on the lower floor, which is actually just a step down the floor. And here we have used the cement and stone because it is the foundation. This is because of the water. We don't want water coming in or destroying the wood or anything. That's why we have used stone and cement for this part of the house. But again, you don't have to. You can use only the iron sheets. And even the floor, if you don't want to plaster, you can leave it like that, or you can plaster it. So you don't really have to spend so much money building these houses because, like again, the chicken doesn't care. As far as it has food, it is not wet, and there's air to breathe, and it is safe. So please don't spend so much money on the chicken house. And this is how our lower floor looks like. And after 1 year is when we got our chicken, because we actually didn't get chicken. I will explain why. And before that, we had already built and done a bit more of work on the chicken house. So this is how our chicken house looks today. We've since built a few houses where we mix our food and where we store our eggs and where we store the chicken feed. And we have separated the farm from the main house. I think it's very good to have the farm separate by itself if you can. And you have to actually create a lot of security on it. As you can see, there's a wall around it, and this barbed wire or razor wire is called around it because of security. Because it's really sad if you come one day and all your chicken are gone. And therefore, we have to really, really work on the security as well. We shall be talking about that later on. Today, it was just the first video on Kels Poultry Farm, and it's about our house. And so if you're going to start a farm, you know that the first thing that you're going to do is to build your house. And this is one example of a house, and we can help you to do it if you want. Just keep in touch with us and keep watching our videos, and you will see how we started our farm. And you can also start yours. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you. Bye-bye.